Hey everybody, this is Jeremy with GamerTel.com, and this game that you're seeing right now is called MinoMonsters. It's available in the Apple App Store for 99 cents, and it's supposed to be the iPhone, iPod Touch, iPad's answer to Pokemon, since Nintendo will not bring Pokemon onto any other platforms rather than its own. A 19-year-old really crafty entrepreneur named Joshua Buckley obtained about $1 million from various investors to put into this MinoMonsters brand, which he's hoping that he can spin it off into something of Angry Birds proportions, meaning all different types of products. You name it, toys, clothes, whatever. This is the beginning of his hopeful empire. But in order to make it that far, the very first product, this game, has to actually be good. And it has to catch on. And do I think it'll catch on? Well, that is yet to be seen. I've been playing this game for maybe about an hour now, so I can't give you a full review about it, but I can just show you what it's all about, and maybe if you like it, you can give it a try. So this game borrows a lot of concepts from Pokemon. These creatures right here are my MinoMonsters. This first one, named Grunt, collect those, he's the very first monster that I got. When the game started up, it allowed me to pick from 3 monsters, and I picked him. Very similarly to what Pokemon did when it first came out for the Game Boy way back in the day with Pokemon Red and Blue, when they let you choose from Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle. I picked this guy here, and these other monsters I just caught along the way. You catch monsters in this game by throwing candy at them. They like candy for some reason, and if you give them candy, they'll hang out with you and follow you around. And one of the other aspects of this game that you have to do, that you did not have to do in Pokemon, is you have to care for them. As you can see these green faces above my monsters. It dictates their moods, if they're happy, if they're sad. And every now and then you have to come in and touch on them, and hearts and smiley faces will pop out of their bodies, and you just collect these to maintain their positive attitudes. You can take a look at all the MinoMonsters that I currently have right here. These are all the ones that I caught, and you can also choose which ones you want to be on your team. So if I decide I don't want that guy anymore, which was Zuppy, and instead I wanted to put one of my newer captures, Alicone, on here, I can just add him to the party like that. Another thing that this game does that Pokemon has not done is the ability to equip different items on your monsters to boost their stats. So if I go to my very first guy, Grunt, and I go to info about him, you can see that I have him equipped with the basic collar that gives him 7 defense. I found this collar off fighting various monsters in the world, and I have other collars here as well. I have air protection with the breeze collar, some flimsy collars, and the basic collar to up his defense. And I can put these on all of my monsters. There are some skills here that you learn. Some skills. The second skill that you learn you get after going up to level 8. But there's some other skills. As you can see, this other skill slot, when I click on that, I can purchase some other skills here. Power shot, rock throw, rock shot. Well, you're not purchasing them. You unlock them. You see here, I unlock this when I get to level 16. The whole purchasing thing comes in when it comes to these gems. Gems, I just put a 7 power on him for that specific attack, and you can find those gems in the world as well. But there's also a shop in the game, a shop in which you purchase different monsters and items and gems and collars using Mino credits, which of course means you have to pay real money. Typically with these mobile games, if you have to pay for them, the game is usually free, and then the microtransactions come later. But this game starts off at 99 cents, which granted isn't a lot of money, but when you consider that there's some things that you just can't buy using anything other than the Mino credits. So when you look at the Mino credits, They start from $2.99 for 20 Mino credits, all the way up to 850 Mino credits for $100, and that is a lot of money. Bad thing is, you cannot. You're going to eventually start running out of candy. I started off with about 9 pieces of candy, and I think I got about 1 left. The enemies just don't drop them as often as they used to. So if I wanted to capture more monsters to get more candy, I either have to keep fighting in hopes that they'll drop candy, or gems, or collars, or just have to come in here and spend real money. So that could be a bit of a turn off for some people. But let's just get right into the gameplay. We do that. Well, let me show this guy some love. I just caught him. He really isn't familiar with me. So we start the adventure. One thing that Pokemon does that this game doesn't is, Pokemon gave you a bit of a story to go. You start off, you're this kid in the town. You were Ash in the first couple of games, but I think you could have named him whoever you wanted. And then you go around, you talk to people, you find out their stories, you go to gym battles, and you have this free reign of the world. And MinoMonsters, not so much. The way that you move in this game are by tapping on the areas in which you actually can move. So there's no on-screen D-pad or anything. You just have to touch on these platforms, and then they all start to move. Okay, let's try to start a battle really quickly. The battles are they take place on the you can see the enemies on the screen. And stop moving so I can fight you. All right, he's running away. Can we run into him? Come on, dude, I want to fight. Stop that. Here we go. So now the fight has begun. The fighting animation is very nice. The music is, it's the same, but it's also, quite nice. And how you fight is you simply tap on the enemy. Your guy attacks. He attacks you back. Very fluid animation, something that Pokemon has not done yet, and I don't know why. It's been a long time. I'm 25, and when I first played Pokemon Red or Pokemon Blue, I think I was in middle school. I used to look at the show before I caught the bus, and the fact that the animations are not as fluid as this yet is just nothing short of ridiculous. But that's my rant. You can also switch out your monsters as you're fighting. It does not cost you a turn, so if I said I want to bring Alucon in here, I just instantly queue him up like that. And down here are special abilities. So I do that. That's a special attack. And I collect hearts, which refill my health. The stars are for experience, and the lightning bolts are they build up your special meter. So one more attack on him, and he's gone. And then everyone gets experience. There are objectives to each little level that you fight on. As you see, my objectives is to stop the grubs, which is indicated by this arrow here telling me where to go. And I have to open 5 crates and reach level 12. As you complete them, let's fight these guys. I forget it. As you complete the objectives, more and more objectives unlock. The movement system I'm not too fond of, because for one, it's very limited range as to what you can actually see. Which as soon as I kill these grublings, you can't catch. They just seem to be the overall creatures in this game. It's like, just kill the grublings. They're of no use to anyone. So yeah, we're just gonna fight the grublings. Oh, Alucon is not dealing that much damage. We're gonna swap him out for someone else. Let's swap him out for Pigboard. And he's got this special attack where he can make the ground split in half. Takes off a good amount of health there. But yeah, back to the movements. As you can see, you can't see where you're going a lot of the time. And you think that you can just move the camera around, and you can. But if you do, you just have to make sure that you don't actually touch a platform. Because if I touch a platform and try to move around, it just sort of stops like that. And I end up going to places that I really don't want to go to. And there's no, see, all I'm trying to do is move the screen, but they keep moving down. So I'm not too fond of the actual controls, the way that you move in this game. But just like Pokemon, you're going to be doing a lot of fights, doing a lot of battles. And as much as I would like to show you how it looks when you actually capture a monster, I only have one piece of candy, and you know, I wanna save that candy. But what it really is you know that you caught the monster once you start to once the monster starts to chew and he looks like he's happy. If you're not going to capture him, he'll just eat the candy, and there will pretty much not be any animation. It's just like, thanks for the candy, jerk. Let's keep fighting. And you have to make sure that their health is down pretty low before you can capture them, just like Pokemon. Now, I think that this game it has some potential. The story, I have no idea what's going on. It doesn't seem to have much of a story. There's some sailor guy, and I don't know what his point is. I'm not sure who you play as. You probably just play as a disembodied character. So as far as the comparisons to Pokemon, what it lacks is it lacks depth in some areas that Pokemon had, but at the same time it creates more depth in areas that Pokemon does not have. Being able to put gems and being able to put gems and collars on your character to improve their stats is and this is something that's new. Sometimes enemies pair up together, and you don't fight them two at a time, you fight them one at a time. I'm just going to bring Grunt up here so he can take on this guy. But yeah, this has depth as far as being able to customize your MinoMonster with different equipment and gems. But as far as story goes, and you know, keeping you engaged and you wanting to become the best darn Pokemon master ever is not present in this game. So yeah, I think I've covered just about everything that there is to show you in the time that I've been playing MinoMonsters. As soon as I take down this Squidoo who's giving me a run for my money, I'm just going to back out, show you the map, and yeah, then we'll call it a day. Let's switch out someone. I think I fought with everyone before. Let me bring back the bird. Oh, he doesn't have enough lightning energy. Yeah, really nice animation. You know, I'm glad that they're not static creatures. But this game could really, it would really be better if it wasn't so dependent on microtransactions. You know, if even they were to charge, let's go to the map, charge $1.99 for it and just say, here's everything, you can just collect coins and buy things with them. That would be much better. I understand you're trying to make money, but anyway, this is the world map. You unlock different areas by collecting stars, and I have to collect 6 more stars to unlock this area, and you get stars by completing the various objectives on the stage. So, you know, I had Water Island, and then I went to the place with all the rocks, and then I just keep on moving up. And the enemies here are much easier. See, I just completed an objective. I opened 5 crates, and I wanted to show you the star, but these stupid grublings. Alright, so maybe after I fight the grublings, you'll be able to see the star. Finish him off. Okay. Okay, we didn't get to see the star, but the star would have gone right down there. So let's go back home, guys, and wrap up this video. This is MinoMonsters. Gotta catch them all and gotta take care of them, especially this bird. See, now he likes me because I was touching him. But yeah, that's MinoMonsters. 99¢ in the App Store. This seems to be the always price. There's not like a special introductory offer in which you're like, it'll go up to $4.99, so buy it now. It's Pokemon for iOS, kinda. Better animations, yet lacking in story, and the microtransactions can get kinda pricey. So if we can just sort that out, then maybe this can actually go somewhere. Maybe a Rovio can have some competition on their hands. Well, not necessarily competition, but more like some company. So yeah, that's it. Until next time, I'm Jeremy from GamerTale.com, and I'll see you later.